I want to thank Walmart for sponsoring this video. All right, it is holiday time and there is no better place than Walmart to get gifts for everyone on your shopping list. I got something for everyone on my list on this table right here. Even this thing. I bet you can guess who this is for. And I have plenty of things for you, including a bunch of TVs that I know you guys will love, as this is a TV channel. We'll go over those things toward the end of the video, but let's start with what's on this table. So first we have the Asus ROG Xbox Ally. Now this is probably gonna be for both of my kids, but primarily for the youngest. Now the Ally has the Xbox optimized UI. It boots directly into Xbox full screen experience. It has custom Windows 11 UI streamlined for handheld gaming as well. I'm pretty surprised at its hardware performance. It runs an AMD Ryzen Z2A APU processor, and it has 16 gigabytes of onboard memory, so it's pretty solid. My son was really surprised when he realized it has a 0.5 terabyte of SSD storage, and it's upgradable so you can add even more. The display is a 7-inch IPS touchscreen. It's full HD resolution with 120 Hz refresh rate, and it has FreeSync Premium variable refresh rate support. And it's really bright with 500 nits peak brightness, not to mention that it's built like a tank with the Corning Gorilla Glass Victus and DXC anti-reflection capabilities. And with all that hardware, as you'd expect, it's extremely fun to play. You have the full-size analog sticks, all the buttons you'd expect from an Xbox, and it has HD haptics for more tactile feedback. And one of the biggest surprises in this Asus Ally is that it has fantastic stereo speakers, and it does have Dolby Atmos support. I was a little bit concerned that it might not keep up with the traditional Xbox, but it does have Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.4, so it flies when you're playing games, and you can even connect it to your headphones. And of course it has 2 USB ports, so you literally can power it up and just play all day long. Now the best part about this is it kills 2 birds with 1 stone, because you can also play Steam games. So this acts as an Xbox and a Steam Deck. And my son Jacoby really wanted to get a PC, but to be honest, the only reason why is so that he could play Steam games. He's been absolutely glued to this device, so if you have a gamer in your family, I don't think you could do better than the Asus ROG Xbox Ally. All right, now let's see who's next up on the list. Oh, me with the new Meta Ray-Ban Wayfarer glasses. I mean, if I'm on Walmart's website and everyone else is getting something, I gotta find something for myself, and here it is. And I know I'll use these because I'm always looking at tech, and it's very difficult to be present and listening to what people are saying when you're sitting there trying to adjust the ISO and stuff on a camera. So I don't really always wanna be carrying a camera around. I mean, that's Eric's job. So having these glasses is gonna be crucial for me because they have 32 gigabytes of onboard memory, which is enough to capture over 1,000 pictures or over 130-second videos. And that's totally sufficient because I'm never pulling out my camera and shooting 100+ little videos on one specific location, so these will be great. Now that ultra-wide 12 megapixel camera that's built into the frame is in the vertical aspect ratio at 30 frames per second. So it'll be great for all my social media, but I'm sure we could even cut out horizontal video out of the verticals, so we'll figure it out. But I think it's gonna be very convenient. But the camera is not the only thing that it has, because it does have Meta AI built in. So you can chat to get answers, reminders, suggestions. You can use the live translation in real time, which supports several different languages. And you can even give it voice commands like starting a session, where the glasses automatically take photos and make a video compilation. You also have discrete open ear speakers, so you can listen to music or calls while being aware of your surroundings. There's also a custom 5 mic array, so you have 2 mics at each temple and 1 near the nose for clear voice pickup. And these glasses can last up to 8 hours of moderate use on 1 full charge, so we'll have to test that out. But you do get a carrying case that provides an additional 48 hours of power. Now there are also options to get transition lenses or not, and for me that was crucial because definitely want to utilize them outdoors and have the shade, but inside I don't want to be that guy wearing sunglasses at night. So having these transition lenses is totally worth the upgrade. And you can even get prescription lenses if you want, but I already have contacts, so I'm good to go. All right, now it's time to get to the Dyson hairdryer for Jen. Now, Jen is really difficult to shop for. Not because she's picky, it's actually the opposite. She loves everything, she really needs nothing, and she's very chill. But because my teenage son stole her best hairdryer for his teenage blowout, I got her the Dyson hairdryer. And she said this thing absolutely cooks. It has all kinds of smart features. It has an intelligent heat control where it measures the air temperature over 40 times per second to regulate heat and make sure that there's no damage to the hair. It has a powerful digital motor that has up to 110,000 RPM, creating a high pressure, high velocity velocity jet of air. It only weighs 1.8 pounds, making it relatively comfortable to handle even for long drying sessions. And the motor is in the handle, so it's very well balanced like Thor's hammer. And I know Jen loves everything about Thor. And I already loved the Dyson company because, you know, they have fantastic vacuums. We actually have one of their stand-up stick cordless that we absolutely love. We use it for literally every unboxing. It's so efficient and getting rid of all the dust and the styrofoam after these unboxings. So we'll link that in the description below, as well as a lot of the other things that I was considering for Jen and probably will still get her. So all kinds of great things for the lady in your life. And the last thing on the table is this Vizio 5.1 soundbar SE. That's gonna be for my son because he's a teenager, very hard to shop for, but the gaming room already looks really cool with the TVs I'm about to talk about, but we wanna make sure that it sounds even better when they're watching movies and games out there. I highly recommend Vizio soundbars because they pack a lot of punch for the price, and my clients have always had great results with these. This soundbar right here supports Dolby Atmos and DTS:X. It is a true 5.1 system, meaning that it has a 33-inch main soundbar, 2 surround speakers, and a wireless subwoofer. It connects to your TV with the HDMI eARC port with a cord included, which lets you control the soundbar volume with your TV remote. But that's not the only connectivity. You can also connect via Bluetooth, so you can stream from your phone or other favorite device, and you can use the Vizio mobile app to manage all of the sound settings. There's different sound modes like movie, music, direct, and you can mess around with the EQ, get more treble, more bass, whatever settings are best for you. And as I said, this thing can pack a punch from 50 hertz all the way up to 16,000. And this soundbar would pair very nicely with a lot of TVs that are sold at Walmart, including the Vizios. They have various LED TVs that are very good for the price. Obviously, Vizio is like a Walmart brand, so there's all kinds of great options and sizes that you can choose from. And it never hurts to pair a Vizio soundbar with a Vizio TV. You're gonna get fantastic compatibility, but it also will work with TVs that we reviewed earlier this year, like the Hisense U8 that we actually have out in the game room that we're pairing the Vizio soundbar with right now. Now, this is a high-end mini LED TV with thousands of dimming zones and thousands of nits. So if you're looking for one of the best, the U8 is a great choice. Now, on the other side of the TV spectrum are OLED TVs. And we reviewed the LG C5 this year to find that it was one of the best TVs that I've ever seen at a very good price for an OLED TV. Now listen, OLED TVs are not quite as affordable as some LED or mini LED TVs, but they are so nice when you get that fantastic specular highlight next to the perfect black level and shadow details. So it's always an interesting trade-off, OLED versus QLED, but I happen to think that this LG C5 is one of the best TVs that I've ever seen, and at this price point, how affordable it is comparatively, I think it's a great option for a lot of people. But if you want to go really, really big and you want to go even more affordable, then I suggest looking at the 85-inch ONN LED TV. This has the Roku operating system, which is very user-friendly. So if you have non-tech savvy family members, it's a fantastic choice. All the apps are laid out nice and easy. You can find what you need each time without all kinds of advertisements and stuff in your way. So I always recommend the Roku and this sort of ONN TV for guest rooms or, you know, family rooms or anywhere that you want simplicity with a quality product. Now, I could go on and on about all kinds of products at Walmart. There's fantastic options, including the TVs, but I will link a ton of them in the description below. If it is down there, it is something that I have considered. So check those links out in the description below. I want to thank Walmart for sponsoring this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know. Smash the like button on your way out and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.